Okay, so imagine this. You're prepping for this big meeting on AGI Greenpac Ltd, and you're short on time.
Happens to the best of us.
Right. But you want to sound like you've really done your homework. So that's where this deep dive comes in. We've got their financials, press releases, presentations, all ready to go.
Yeah, we're going to extract the insights you need. And it's not just about sounding informed. It's about really understanding what makes AGI Greenpac tick.
Mhm.
These Q2 FY25 results, they're more than just numbers. They give us a glimpse into their strategy, their commitment to sustainability and where they're headed in the future.
Exactly. So let's jump right into these numbers, and I think you'll see why I'm so excited about this. Remember how you were concerned about the economic slowdown and
Oh,
how it might impact AGI? Well, like Q2 results, they tell a totally different story. Their profit after tax surged by over 28% year over year, and their EBITDA, earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, it climbed by almost 29%.
wow, those are some serious gains, especially considering the current economic headwinds.
Yeah.
And remember, AGI Greenpac, they had scheduled furnace maintenance this quarter, which actually impacted their production.
Right.
So to see these kinds of numbers, despite that temporary setback, that's really saying something about their resilience and their
Yeah.
ability to adapt.
I think you're right. So you might be wondering, what's driving this success for AGI Greenpac? Well, one key factor is that they're really well positioned to capitalize on the huge demand for premium glass bottles. Think about it. Craft beers, high-end liquor, even fancy cosmetics. It's a real shift from cheaper packaging, and it means higher profit margins for AGI. And it's not just about alcoholic beverages either. Their cosmetics and perfume segments are also booming, driven by that whole premiumization trend. I mean, everyone wants their products in those sleek glass bottles.
Yeah, they're really aligning themselves strategically with the growth trajectory of their customer base. They're not just reacting to market trends, they're anticipating them. And they're not limiting themselves to just the domestic market either. AGI is thinking big global expansion is definitely part of their strategy. They're participating in exhibitions in the USA, Europe, and the UAE, showcasing their products and their expertise on a world stage.
I love that. But AGI isn't stopping there. They're thinking long term. And that includes a serious commitment to sustainability. And this isn't just some PR stunt. That platinum certification they got for their specialty glass unit, that means they're meeting some seriously high standards for environmentally sound practices.
Absolutely. This is about more than just checking boxes. AGI is serious about reducing their environmental impact. And that can translate into lower operating costs,
Right.
which is always good news for long-term profitability. And it's not just about certifications either. They've installed a massive 2.8 megawatt solar rooftop project, adding to their already substantial solar capacity. And their R&D center and chemical lab just earned NABL accreditation. That's the National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories in India. It's a testament to their commitment to quality and innovation.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, so now let's hear from the man at the helm, Mr. Sandeep Somani. He's the chairman and managing director. And he had some interesting things to say about the company's performance. He really emphasized operational efficiencies, essentially streamlining their processes to maximize output and their focus on a premium product mix, which allows them to command higher margins in the market.
What's interesting here is that these operational efficiencies aren't just about cutting costs. It's about doing more with less,
Right.
which is crucial in such a competitive market. And the focus on a premium product mix, that's smart because it caters to that growing demand for high-quality, sustainable packaging solutions.
It makes sense. Mr. Somani also expressed a lot of optimism about AGI Greenpac's future. And speaking of the future, there have been some interesting developments on the leadership front. They've recently appointed Dr. Lavish Bhandari and Mr. Nangopal Khaitan to the board.
Oh, wow. Those appointments bring a wealth of experience in economics, sustainability, and law. This suggests that AGI Greenpac is gearing up for strategic growth, not just in India, but potentially on a global scale. And their focus on good governance is something investors will definitely appreciate.
For sure. So we've got a company with a strong track record, impressive financials, and a clear vision for the future.
Yeah, this is definitely one to watch.
Okay, so let's dive into the specifics of their Q2 performance and see what we can uncover.
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's talk numbers. AGI Greenpac reported a consolidated revenue from operations of 599.18 crore for Q2 FY25. Now, that's a slight dip compared to the previous quarter, but remember they had that furnace maintenance downtime?
No.
So all things considered, it's still a pretty solid figure, especially when you look at their profit before tax. That actually increased despite the dip in revenue.
That's a good sign. It shows they're managing costs effectively. and focusing on those high-margin products, which is smart financial management.
Yeah, absolutely. So to really understand their revenue streams, we need to break things down a bit. AGI Greenpac operates in three main segments: packaging products, investment property, and others. And as you might expect, packaging products, you know those glass containers everyone wants? They brought in the lion's share of revenue at 594.18 crore for the quarter.
Makes sense. They're the dominant player in the glass container industry, with strong relationships with major players in the alcoholic beverage, cosmetics, and pharmaceutical sectors.
Exactly. But here's where it gets interesting. They've also got a steady stream of revenue coming from investment property, which contributed 5 crore this quarter.
That diversification of income streams is a smart move.
Right.
It provides a cushion against fluctuations in any single market and highlights their prudent financial planning.
It's like a safety net.
Exactly.
Okay, so those others, they make up a very small portion of the revenue, coming in at less than euro crore. But let's dig a little deeper into the profitability of each segment. Packaging products generated a profit before tax and interest of 126.0 crore.
Wow.
Clearly, this is their bread and butter.
Absolutely. That's a significant chunk of their overall profit.
Yeah.
It really shows they're not just selling a lot of products. They're selling them at a price that generates a healthy profit margin.
Right. And investment property is no slouch either, delivering a solid profit of 3.52 crore.
Nice.
It really reinforces its role as a reliable contributor to AGI Greenpac's bottom line. It's a steady, dependable source of income.
It's like having a diversified investment portfolio, but at a company level. It balances the higher growth, higher risk potential of their packaging products with the stability of their investment property.
I like that analogy. And those other, well, they're actually operating at a slight loss, but given their small scale, the impact on the overall picture is minimal.
Right.
It seems like AGI Greenpac is strategically focusing on what they do best: glass containers and investment property, which likely contributes to their operational efficiency and that strong financial performance we talked about earlier.
It's a classic case of sticking to your core competencies
Mm.
while still exploring other avenues for growth.
Exactly. Now looking ahead, the company's leadership seems incredibly optimistic about the future. They've got a robust growth strategy in place, perfectly aligned with those booming sectors they serve: craft beverages, premium cosmetics, you name it.
And let's not forget their commitment to sustainability. It's not just good for the planet. It's a savvy business move that attracts ESG-conscious investors, reduces costs through energy efficiency, and appeals to a growing base of environmentally conscious consumers.
It's a win-win.
For sure.
So with such a strong performance in Q2, what's next for AGI Greenpac? Will they continue to expand globally, invest even more in sustainable practices?
This is definitely a company to keep your eye on. They're playing the long game, and their commitment to innovation, sustainability, and strategic growth suggests an exciting future. But here's the real question. What will this mean for their competitors? Will they try to play catch-up? Or will AGI Greenpac's bold moves reshape the entire industry?
It's like a high-stakes game of chess, and AGI Greenpac is making some bold moves.
Indeed. And they're playing with a clear strategy, carefully considering each step. Their commitment to operational efficiencies, capacity utilization, and a premium product mix, all of which Mr. Somani emphasized, is key to their success.
And their focus on sustainability. It's like a knight on the chessboard, strategically positioned to capture new opportunities and outmaneuver competitors.
Precisely. It's a move that resonates with consumers and investors, while driving cost savings and operational efficiencies. A true win-win-win scenario.
Love it. So what does this all mean for you, our astute listener? AGI Greenpac isn't just riding the wave of economic recovery. They're actively shaping their future through strategic investments and a commitment to sustainability.
They're a company that understands the power of long-term vision and isn't afraid to make bold moves to achieve its goals. And that's something worth paying attention to no matter what industry you're in.
Couldn't agree more. AGI Greenpac is really firing on all cylinders, it seems like.
Yeah, they're not just reacting to the market, they're actively shaping it.
And that proactive approach is everywhere you look. Their investments in sustainable practices, their global expansion strategy, and of course, those impressive financial numbers we talked about. Those are a direct result of AGI Greenpac's strategic focus on operational efficiency, capacity utilization, and that premium product mix.
Yeah, it's like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah,
Each part working in sync to maximize output and profitability.
exactly.
They're not leaving anything to chance, carefully managing every aspect of their operations to ensure sustainable long-term growth.
So as you get ready for that meeting on AGI Greenpac, think about how their story can inform your own work. Could you apply their focus on operational efficiency or their commitment to sustainability to your own projects?
Yeah, it's all about extracting those valuable nuggets of insight and applying them to your own unique situation. AGI Greenpac's success isn't just about luck. It's about making smart strategic decisions and being adaptable in a constantly evolving market.
Right. So as you dive into your own deep dive on whatever challenges or opportunities you're facing, remember what we've learned from AGI Greenpac.
Think long-term focus on your strengths, be adaptable, and never underestimate the power of innovation and sustainability.
Well said. That's a wrap on our deep dive into AGI Greenpac Ltd. Hopefully you're walking away feeling not just informed, but inspired.
Until next time, keep asking those insightful questions. And remember, the most valuable knowledge is the kind you can put into action.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.